Guys, I want to talk briefly about gun control in America. Now, there are words and phrases, again, that they've used against us. They use our ignorance against us. So, there are four constitutions running concurrently in this country. The only one you have to really know is the de jure one, the lawful one, is the 1798 Constitution for the United States of America. If you pick up any book or any constitution that says Constitution for the United States, that is the de facto Constitution document, and you should throw it down and go find the previous one, the 1798 Constitution for the United States of America. Within that document is the Second Amendment, and the Second Amendment says that basically we have the right to bear arms. Now, the words are important. The devil is in the details. Now, for gun control in America, which is pervasive throughout our news and tries to intimidate us into genuflecting in the direction of every individual with a badge, is wrong. So, the Second Amendment, like I said, says we have the right to bear arms. The Dick Act of 1902 says that all gun laws are forbidden. That's very important. You should go look this stuff up. Basically, we follow the Roman doctrine, which says that all citizens are soldiers and all soldiers are citizens. The reason for that is that we never know at any moment in time when or where we will be attacked. Will we be attacked from without, a foreign entity, or from within our own country? So some of this legislation I'm going to talk about came about because of specific parts of our history. One of those was the 1934 National Firearms Act. That came about after Prohibition because people were cutting off the barrels of their long arms, shotguns and rifles, and hiding them under their trench coats so that they could do business. And that was reaffirmed in the 1968 Gun Control Act. Now, within the 1934 National Firearms Act is four specific definitions that creates a firearm. Remember, these are turns of phrases, words used against us to make us think that we have something that we really don't. So there are only four requirements that make a firearm. One is the barrels have to be less than 16 inches. Two, the overall length has to be less than 26 inches. Three is it must be a machine gun, fully automatic and nothing else. And number four is it must have a silencer. Now, to reiterate how they use words and phrases against us, the fourth item says a silencer, which does not exist. There's never been a thing such as a silencer. We have suppressors, which everybody is allowed to have, but we do not have silencers. There's no way to silence a gun in America. We just don't have it. Now, another item that comes up is forced registration. Now remember, this is insidious across our land where we walk into our local gun shop, your neighborhood gun dealer, and nowhere in that building is there a firearm by definition. Remember the four items. If it doesn't have one of those four, it's not a firearm. then what is it? It is a gun, it is a pistol, it is a rifle, it is a shotgun. So why do they push this form across the table every time you want to buy an item in your local gun store? I recommend calling up your local sheriff, whatever county you live in. Call up your local sheriff and ask the question, is there forced registration of guns in this county? He's going to say no. Okay, great. Then why is my local gun dealer pushing a registration form across the table at me for something that isn't defined as a firearm? It's no different than buying a refrigerator at Lowe's. You don't have to fill out paperwork to buy that refrigerator because it's a common use item. Guns in this country are common use items. We are allowed to have them and use them to secure our life and liberty in this country. And I highly recommend that you go read these documents for yourself and go investigate the definition of firearms. Just type in definition of firearms and see what you come up with. There's only 4 items that make it a firearm. I have been a lifelong collector of guns and have never had a firearm in my possession. It has never happened. And I doubt that any of you out there have that as well. Have a good day.